It is the regional finals of the 2024 Texas high school football season, the state quarterfinals as well. How your mileage may vary on how you want to define that. I'm always of the opinion, this is me, and this is the way that I've kind of informed our staff, is that you have to win a region first before you can compete at the state level.
Yeah.
To me, the state semifinals is the first statewide competition, because theoretically you're in your region, you know what group of teams could be in that mix, like theoretically.
Yes.
That's where I'm at on it, but
you knew your potential opponents by the time that you looked at the bracket.
State quarterfinal time, though, regional final time, and there are 44 UIL Texas high school football games, including 4. We'll punch our first 4 tickets to AT&T Stadium this week.
Let's go. 6-man.
In the 6-man football state semifinals. Of those 44 games, I made the very dumb decision of being like, hey, what if I pick 10 of them?
Yeah, I was like, why? What are you doing?
Because we needed a segment. We needed to fill,
I guess.
And so let's roll out my top 10 Texas high school football games of the week for the regional finals, starting with number 10, Leport and Angleton.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
This game going down Saturday, 2 o'clock at NRG Stadium in Houston. It is a matchup of teams that I don't know if they were. I'll just say this. From the outset, we did not expect them to be here. We expected this to be a different Region 3 rematch in 5A Division 1. We expected it to be College Station and A&M consolidated. Well, then Angleton goes and knocks off College Station, and then Leport goes and knocks off A&M consolidated, and does so in really, really impressive fashion. This is, I am not a fan, generally speaking, of the disrespect season, of the nobody believed in us type thing. But I would say that these two guys, they have some claim to it. I think I have picked against both of these teams every week. I might have picked like Leport in week 2, round 2. But like both these teams, if they want to be mad at me, like they are well within their rights to be real mad at me. This is a rematch of a district game back in week, I had this written down somewhere. Back in week 10. Leport beat Angleton 35-28. And what I like about this Leport team, we had Kevin Bernithi on their on High School Scoreboard Live on Saturday night. And they are doing it on the ground, grinding it out. The kind of wing tee offense has been great. And they're doing it with 2 guys. They're doing it with Tyrese Barnes, the senior, and they're doing it with Sean Simon, the freshman.
Crazy.
Okay? They are running the dang ball. Angleton is another team that I think is playing exceptionally well right now. Obviously, 12-1, their one loss on the year is to Leport. This gives them an opportunity to avenge that. They're coming off of a really impressive win over College Station last week. And my question for them, if you go back to the first time that they met, the question is going to be, well, what's changed? What is different? What is unlikely to happen? I think Angleton's defense is playing pretty well, but they gave up 351 yards on the ground to Sean Simon last time. Got to shore that up, obviously, but I think Bryce Duran, their quarterback, has been very good as well. This is a fascinating ball game, and we want to see how far the Angleton defense has come in a rematch. That game Saturday at NRG. Number 9. Kilgore and Tyler Chapel Hill.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Thank you. This is also a rematch of a game back on October 11th where Kilgore body bagged Chapel Hill, 42-7. Absolutely drilled them. And on paper, Kilgore, I think, should be a clear favorite in this game. They've already beaten Chapel Hill by 35 points. By the way, this game's going on in Forney, which is an all-time weird, like, if you Google, go look where Kilgore and Chapel Hill is, and then go look where Forney is. It kind of doesn't make any sense. Kilgore has a 35-point win over Chapel Hill. Kilgore is rolling. Kilgore, I think, is playing their best football right now. They've got a Michigan signee in Jaden Sanders. They've got dudes all over the field. The defensive front has been menacing. It's been fantastic. They are, on paper, the clear favorites. And yet I think this is a coin flip game for a couple reasons. One, Chapel Hill is much healthier than they were back on October 11th. I believe Demetrius Brisbane did not play in that game. And also, Ricky Stewart did play, but I think he was limited. So they're much healthier. It's just Superstars are concerned. And two, Chapel Hill has knocked Kilgore out of the playoffs in 3 consecutive years. They have had their number in the playoffs. Kilgore has won games against Chapel Hill in the regular season. They have never been able, at least recently, been able to answer the solve the riddle in the playoffs. Fascinating ball game, dripping with intrigue. East Texas 4A Division I action. Kilgore and Chapel Hill. Number 8, Aledo and Denton Ryan.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Thank you.
I like your face when I don't do it immediately.
This is another rematch. October 4th, these two teams played. And this is a top 5 matchup in 5A D1. Aledo is Aledo. Okay, you don't need any introduction to Aledo at this point. It is important to remember that back on October 11th, or October 4th, when these two teams played, Aledo won 42-27, but that is hardly the story here.
Oh, yeah.
Because Denton Ryan was not just winning this game, they were kind of crushing Aledo.
Yes.
For a hot minute. And I think they were up 19 at one point in this game. Before Aledo stood on the gas pedal and roared back and came back for a win. Racing Guillory's been great. Jaden Finley. I think Beard, their quarterback, has really started to grow into the role. Defense is playing well. Ryan has long been, since they got aligned 3 years ago into Aledo's district, they've long been earmarked as potentially the Aledo killer. Well, here's your chance. I've said from the jump, I think that if you're going to get Aledo, this is the year to do it, because I think they're going to be better next year. And I think if you're Ryan, with Quinn Hennigan and company, this represents your best shot. This is a huge game with a spot in the state semifinals on the line. This game going on at Crowley ISD Stadium Saturday afternoon, live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. Number 7, Lake Travis and Austin Westlake.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
7 o'clock Friday night at the Palace on Parmer, Kelly Reeves Stadium in Round Rock. Obviously, this is another rematch. Obviously, this is I don't need to sell you. These are the two teams of record in Austin. This game, this back in October 25th, Westlake won 28-16. Now, I do believe that right now, if you wanted to say what has changed, Lake Travis is now healthier than Westlake is. Westlake's banged up, right? Cal Livengood's going to be out. Grady Bartlett potentially out. And that offense may not be as sharp as it was last time they met. Lake Travis is getting healthier. Lake Travis, Chaston Ditta, Van Hopping, going up against Reese Wise and company. Westlake and Lake Travis obviously is worth the price of admission. It'll be great stuff. The last game was determined by Westlake's defense and special teams. Is it true that Westlake is just superior on defense and special teams this year? We'll find out. Hard to beat a good team twice. Westlake and Lake Travis going down in Round Rock. Number 6, Sinton and Wimberley.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
4A Division II action. And this is a fascinating ball game because of what... I'm sorry, 4A Division I. 4A Division II. Because of who Wimberley is in Region 4. They have won 5 of the last 7 regional titles. And Cody Stover is the magic man back there for Wimberley at quarterback. But Sinton has looked like, since about week 3, the team that could upend Wimberley. Tristan Hansen, their quarterback, Aiden Galvin on the defensive side. They have been mollywopping teams, and they have great balance to their entire team. When the offense has an off day, their defense can pick up the slack. Wimberley is incredibly hard to beat in regional play. Incredibly hard. Sinton looks like a team that can do it, but looking like you can do it and doing it are two different things. It's 7:30 p.m. at Harlandale Memorial Stadium in San Antonio. You can watch it on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. Sinton and Wimberley is spectacular stuff. Into the top 5. Number 5, Allen and North Crowley. This game is Saturday afternoon. It's on FanDuel Sports Southwest. Battle of unbeatens. Battle of, I think we talk about more in the picks. The heavyweight slugfest here is when North Crowley has the ball. North Crowley with Chris Jemerson, Daniel Bray, another running back, Warren, I want to say it is, as well as Quentin Gibson, the Mr. Texas football finalist out wide, up against what has been a spectacular Allen defense led by Mitchell New. That is the real money matchup when North Crowley has the ball, because I think there's an argument to be made this is the best defense North Crowley has played this year. For Allen, they're an offense that doesn't blow you away with big plays. A lot of this comes down to Brady Bricker, their quarterback, making plays, because I think that the front seven for North Crowley is going to make running the ball tough. Can Brady Bricker, the quarterback for Allen, make plays? It is a battle of unbeatens at Newsom Stadium in Mansfield. It is really fun. I'm really excited about it. Number 4, Galena Park North Shore versus Humble Atascocita.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Another rematch. This was, of course, the game of the week back whenever they played it on October the 25th. And you remember how it went the first time. Atascocita went up and for about 40 minutes of the 48-minute game, they were pretty clearly beating North Shore. But those other 8 minutes, North Shore pulled some magic. And Caleb Bailey came up with plays. They got major plays defensively. The question is, what has changed, right? The question with rematches like this is one going down at Thornton Stadium in Houston on Saturday afternoon. North Shore has beaten Atascocita 9 straight times. 9 straight times. They have owned Atascocita. Now, Torrey Blaylock is, I believe, healthier than he was when they played the first time. That's huge. I also think the North Shore defense is better than it was the first time they played. Matt Stepp brought this up on Tepper Step, which you can watch tomorrow, that North Shore has been careless with the football. If they are careless with the football, Atascocita is going to beat them. That is not an opinion. They will beat them. Can they hold on to the football, be smart with it, get DeAndre Hardiman going at the running back spot? I think if they take Stepp said it on Tepper Step, and I agree. I think if North Shore takes care of the football, they win by 2 touchdowns. I think if they don't take care of the football, Atascocita wins. Fascinating ball game. Number 3, Columbus and Franklin.
Love this game.
3A Division 1, Region 3, and it is Judgment Day in Region 3. Franklin coming off of an impressive win over a wounded but still very good Hitchcock team. Columbus really dominated Yoakum last week. It's not as close as the score indicates. A lot of that was garbage time. Franklin's played in 4 straight state championship games. They are 2 plays away, basically, from being 4 straight state champion. And Jaden Jackson is a thoroughbred. He's a moose back there. His brother, Bubba Jackson.
Moose Jr.
You know how I feel about running backs named Bubba. And they're just doing that. This is Franklin's time of year. Like, this is when they play their best football. They run the ball out of the slot T, and the defense hits people. Well, here comes Columbus with explosive playmakers, most notably their quarterback, Adam Schobel. Grayson Rigdon left the game last week and did not return. We do not know his status for this game. That would obviously be huge. Can Columbus dethrone Franklin? That's the name of the game. And to be the man, you got to beat the man. And Franklin is the man in 3A Division 1. Even though they're not the defending state champs, they are, because over the course of the last half decade, they have been the man. Here's an opportunity for Columbus to grab the crown. Massive game. Number 2, Gordon and Abbott.
Yes.
This is 6 o'clock Saturday at the Wild in Godley, the incredible new Godley Stadium.
It's insane.
I won't mince words. This is the 6-man football game of the year. These two teams have been wire to wire number 1 and number 2 in the state. We talk more about it in the picks, and I don't want to spoil that, so please stick around. They have been so dominant that this is immovable force versus irresistible object type stuff. I have agonized over this game. This feels like game of the century type stuff in 6-man football. It is enormous with a spot at AT&T Stadium on the line. This game's on FHS Network, right?
Yes.
I will be watching this game. This game, 6 o'clock from Godley. Watch it. This is the game of the year in 6-man football. These are the 2 best teams in 6-man football. Only one others. Number 1, a small gathering of friends in Nacogdoches.
Name one time that these two teams have seen each other.
It's South Oak Cliff and Port Neches Groves. It's South Oak Cliff and Port Neches Groves.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live,
Thank you.
not the state championship game. That's where I thought you were going with that one.
In the regional final. And needless to say, there's a lot on the line here. These are the past, South Oak Cliff's been the last 3 state championship games, won 2 of them. Port Neches Grove's been the last 2 state championship games, won 1 of them. The defending state champs. P&G's win over Texas High was awfully impressive. And they came up, they did what they do best, which is to lean on that offensive line with Jackson Christian and to run the damn ball. They essentially got into single wing last week and just ran the damn ball. But that is, to me, what makes this so fascinating, because Kamarian Morgan and the defensive front for South Oak Cliff is probably the strength of their team. That is gladiatorial stuff. When P&G wants to run the ball, that is massive. The other side of the ball, I need to see something from this P&G defense. Because South Oak Cliff's offense, Carter Kopecky and company, they're rolling right now. I don't need to tell you on this. This is probably for Lovejoy and Argyle would love to have something to say about this, but I would just say that this is a enormous game that is worthy of the hype. Huge prospects, huge playmakers, 2 teams that do not care for each other, 2 fan bases that have been chirping at each other for 2 years, now colliding in Nacogdoches at Stephen F. Austin. Friday night. It's good stuff. South Oak Cliff and Port Neches Groves, my number 1 game of the week. There it is, my top 10 Texas high school football games of the week for the regional finals. I know I missed 34 of them. Sorry. I booked the show months ago saying that we do a top 10 segment, and that was dumb on my part, and I apologize to you.
Yes.